Hi everyone. Thank you for following us and welcome to the second podcast. My name is Michael. I'm the owner of Michael Davideff Aromatherapy. We batch lotions, cream, and different kind of product for your skin, foot, hands, and muscles. And I'm with Stephen. And
Hi, my name is Stephen Ulmer. I'm a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine, have been since 2012, and I spent many years managing the oldest Chinese medicine pharmacy in Denver. Today, the question from Michael is going to be, what are the primary pillars evaluated during a holistic assessment?
well, that's a pretty interesting question. Thank you, Stephen. So there are five pillars logically for an assessment: the physical health, like your nutrition, the sleep quality, the physical movement, the condition you already have, the mental, emotional, coping mechanism, chronic stress level, and cognitive resilience, the social. Social means community integration, the family support you have around you, and the professional environment, the spiritual health, internal values, sense of purpose, and the personal belief systems, and the environmental health, where you live, what is the external connection in between you and the external world. So um, I think to better answer the question, there's one pillar that for me is very important is the last one, the environmental health, because people doesn't realize sometimes that they try to do the best to feel better, to be involved on different kind of things, but around us it's chaos, and that affect a lot the earth's condition.
Can definitely feel very chaotic in the world. And I feel that from time to time too. And so when I think of the environmental health, I think of, like you said, our community, the interactions that we have with that community, our friends and our family. Um, I also think about, um, you know, the part of the world that we live in, right? If we live very far north or near the equator, our environment is going to be very different and affect us very differently. Um, if we're near water, if we're near mountains, right? All of these things affect us uh, in how our bodies operate. And some of those things we can control, and many of those things that we can't. But what we're going to focus on, or what we need to focus on as individuals, is the things that we can control, right? As much as we can control them, right? And these things, of course, are going to be the types of food that we put in our body, where it comes from, um, and of course, um, the types of things that we think, right? So all of these things affect us in different ways.
The fact is also when we are talking about environments, the social environment is very important too. Means if you work every day in a company where it's like chaos, there's no structure, there's no team, there's no respect, your health will be affected, your mental, and when the mental is affected, automatically it will create something inside of you to let you know that something is wrong, right?
Yeah, we can't always control these things when it comes to our work and our occupation. but it is important to be aware of these things because you can protect yourself. You can be aware of these things and you can be a part of the change. Or in some situations, you might have to actually make a change in that environment, right? Easier said than done. We can't just quit our jobs and, find a new job easily, oftentimes, depending on what you do. But being aware of how those relationships are affecting you and what are you bringing to that relationship? Are you feeding a negative relationship or are you um, aware of it and protecting yourself from it? These are important things to consider.
The fact is, I know a lot of people dealing with a toxic environment at job. And if I have a guidance to give right now is when you're out of your job, you come home, just turn the page. Don't bring all the negativity from the outside world to your home because your home is the best way for you to heal, is the best way for you to create an atmosphere where you can rebalance yourself and help yourself to breathe and just leave out all the stress and negativity from the day. And I think it's a good process, right?
Mhm. Yeah, no, you definitely need to be aware of um, what you're taking home with you, right? And it's definitely really good advice to leave your work at work. It's not always possible for everybody, but consider, depending on what you do and where your work is and all of this. But it's definitely important to be aware of that and do your best to leave it at work. Have a safe space, have a sacred space where you can let these things go and just be.
Thank you, Stephen. I
Thank
think
you,
I
Michael.
think we answer a lot, but we are here to help. And this podcast, YouTube, is also to give you some advice, to give you some guidance, and we will do the best to help you. Thank you so much.